Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by the username Be More Creative, both here on Flosstube and on Instagram. So I am back with my March challenge video. So I mentioned in my last Flosstube I was planning to take part in the March challenge this year. And today I'm here to show you the pictures of what I have. Now some of those will have to be pictures on the screen because all of the charts that I am going to be talking about today are freebies that can be found on the different designers' websites. So I will have a link down below to all of the charts that I mention. I am really looking forward to this challenge. So I'm doing quite a few challenges this year. One of them is Stitch from Stash, and I have been really quite good with that. I have bought some charts that I will show you in my next regular Flosstube. However, I did also sell, I did quite a big destash, so doing really well. I'm sticking within the guidelines of the group and I'm super happy with that. So March Madness, and my camera battery is running out, so I will be back in 1 second. Right, we are going to try this again with a fresh battery, so hopefully we get through the end of this video. Technology and me are not getting on today at all. So as I was saying, I am doing the March challenge. Now there is a bracket that you can download. The Still City Stitchers do have a great video explaining the March challenge, how the bracket system works, and things like that. So I have, this is where I knock the camera, I have just done a handwritten one. So this is my cross stitch journal where I keep all of my information about any projects I'm working on, trackers, and all my challenge information. So I am just doing a paper one, so I won't have a display of that on screen at all, but I am going to be showing you the different charts that I found. So I had a couple of criteria that I wanted to keep this challenge to, because I wanted it to be easy on me. Now I didn't want anything too big because March is a very busy month. I seem to say that about all months, but March is quite a busy month for me in terms of work-wise. So in March, my school is an international boarding school. We don't do half term. So we have our Easter holidays, which starts at the end of March and goes until the 11th of April, just after Easter. So that's my quiet time because I'm on holiday. But anytime we have a holiday coming up, I have to get all the flight information and sort out all different functions, things like that. So it does mean there is a heavy impact on the amount of time that I have stitching. Also, for March, I am really challenging myself to get back into shape. So I'm doing a fitness challenge as well. So I will be having some of my time that I would normally spend sitting and stitching taken away to work on fitness, which I think is a great goal to have. So my projects needed to be smalls because even though I don't plan to finish every single one in March, however, I did want to make sure I could finish the final piece and I could still have time to stitch on other things. I'm working on the British Adventures by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I want to keep up with that. I do at some point want to catch up with my Autumn Lane Dark Queen of the Earth sale because I'm still only on part 2 of that. So, and there are so many other things that I want to be working on. So I have decided to keep mine as smalls. The next criteria is they all had to be freebie charts. I didn't want to spend any money on this at all. I wanted to use stuff from Stash and I wanted to use freebie charts because there are so many charts out there. The designers are so generous in sharing charts, so I wanted that to happen. My third criteria is I wanted it to be monochromatic. I wanted my pieces to be very easy for me to stitch. I didn't want to have to be searching through, even though I have a ton of DMC, I have the full Sulky collection, I have other like fancy flosses and things like that. I just wanted to keep it simple. So I am going to be using DMC 321 for all of my projects. I do have a cone of DMC 321 as it is my favourite. So I wanted them to be small. I also wanted to make sure the pieces came out quite small. So I will be using 20 count, I've put 20 count Belliana mushroom even weave on this. I'm not entirely sure. This I've had in my stash for a very, very long time. It is just a mushroom colour. So they have this in Ada, they have it in even weave and linen. And I think it's going to look really nice. The 321, I do apologise that it's a really overcast day today, and my stitching light decided that the bulb was going to blow today, and Amazon are going to lovely and deliver it tomorrow. However, I don't have my stitching light, so that's the other thing that's going to reduce my stitching time today. But so there is my fabric, which does mean all of my pieces are going to be really small, because I recently purchased this. Now this is a junk journal I got off of Etsy. Now I know I can make my own junk journal, I've done it in the past, but I really wanted to support local businesses as well, and I thought this was really, really cute. So all of my pieces are going to be, I think, are going to be finishing in my junk journal. So there is a combination of different pages, as in a junk journal. There's all different, like some plain, some book pages, things like that. I did have a question, are the pieces acid free? No, they're not. Anything that I put in this journal is not going to be pieces that I want to keep forever. I stitch far too many things to keep absolutely everything I own as heritage pieces that are going to be passed down in my family. There are a couple of pieces I hope, obviously I don't have any kids or anything like that at the moment, but I hope one day will be passed down in my family, but not everything. So these are all going to be smalls, and I'm really looking forward to really working on filling up this journal with any kind of theme stitches. The last criteria that I had for this project is I didn't want to be jumping around all different themes. So if all of mine worked together, that way I could finish them together. At the time of doing this, I didn't know whether I was going to do little pillows or whether I was going to be making pages in my journal, but I've now decided they are going in the journal. But all of my things had to be the same theme, and I thought it'd be fun to do a stitch theme. So how the March Madness Challenge works. So the idea is for the first 8 days of March. Now there are different ways, but the way I am doing this is for the first 8 days in March, I will be stitching on a new piece each day. Now there are some days where I have longer to stitch, and as I'm stitching smalls, I might finish them. I don't know if I will, because I'm not going to be solely stitching on these. I can put these down as long as I've done a little bit of stitching each day. I plan to stitch on these each day, and every 2 days I will be putting up a post on Instagram, an Instagram story, where you can go and vote on which piece you would like to go through to the next round. Now if I finish a piece in that battle, then obviously the other piece will be going through. I will still be putting that up on my Instagram stories, because afterwards there'll be different different rounds. So I want to share with you today the pieces that I plan to stitch. The first piece, I will have to try and find a photo and insert it up here. This piece is called La-Di-Da Freebie Hand and Heart, and this one says, "Hand and heart, shall we never part." Now I just love the way that this looked. I loved the stitching scissors that this has, and the little buttons on the piece, so I thought this would be a really, really cute one to start with. Now how I picked the order of these is I did a tiny decision wheel, and I just span the wheel and all of the pieces with all the names, and every two I just wrote down the names. So as I said, all of mine are going to be stitched on the same fabric. So that is my first one, and that one is going to be battling against the next piece. Now I'll have to put the information for this one on the screen because I cannot actually remember where I found this. This is called Quiet Please Cross Stitcher at Work, and I found this on a website for the actual pattern design program. So this is a freebie. I think it was created by a lady called Anna. but all the information will be down in the description box below. This is the biggest piece that I have. It's still quite small, but this is, I think it's over 100 stitches in size. So most of my pieces are very small. They are like 98 by 56, 60 by 60, but all of them would classify as a small. The only bigger one is that Quiet Please. Now with this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find a photo, but as it's a freebie, I will just flash it up back here. Quiet Please cross stitch at work. I thought that was just really cute. The next one I have is from Colorado Cross Stitcher. I'm sure I'll be able to find a photo of this one. This is a thread that's red. My soul is fed with thread that's red. I thought this was quite funny because I will be stitching with DMC 321, which is red. The next one I have, I can show you the picture. That's So Kelly Stitch Daily. So sorry, this is going against a thread that's red, and that is this one here. I have printed these out in black and white, the patterns, and this one is 110 by 53, so still very, very small, very manageable. So those two are going to be battling out together. The next battle, now this one will be on the 5th of March, is Among Friends. This is by Mod Cross, and she has this available on her Instagram page. This is a free pattern that she has designed and is sharing with us. I think it was for her birthday sale, if I'm not mistaken. But I saw this and thought this fitted the theme amazingly. Let's jump into that one. And that one is going to be going against, this is one, so there is on the Fat Quarter shop, you can get a series by Laurie Holt. It is a freebie. It is her alphabet one, and on the back you have the last page, 2 pages of the chart is for this pattern here, and this is I Cannot Count My Day Until Needle and Thread and Fabric Meet. So Kimberly has shown her finish of this one. It's a little bit bigger. It's not too big once again. Actually, no, it's not. It's 89 by 64, so it seems bigger than it actually is. But I'm looking forward to doing that one as well. The next two I have is, so the last two that are battling is Stitch, and this is the only one that isn't cross stitch, full cross stitch. This also has black work in it. I thought that would be fun to do. And this is Just Stitch by Works by ABC. So I have that one. And then my last chart is Stone Street Stitchworks, A Daily Thread. This one actually has 2 different versions of the chart. You have one which is just letters, the alphabet, and then you have one that says needle, linen, thread, stitch. I think I might modify this to say needle, Ada, thread, stitch, just because I am more of an Ada stitcher. I'm not a linen stitcher. I do stitch on even weave, but not linen. So those are my 8 patterns. So each of those will be battling it out. Starting from today, I will be stitching on my first one, which is the La-Di-Da pattern. I have finished work for this today. It's about 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. So I will do a little bit of stitching on that after I've done some tidying up and some housework. And then I will put that project down, post a picture on Instagram so you can see the progress of each one. And then tomorrow I will be working on the Quiet Please cross stitcher at work. I'm quite glad that one came up for tomorrow, because tomorrow, apart from an appointment first thing in the morning, I am not at work, so I will have lots of time to hopefully get a really good start on that one, because I'm really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. Now that one I'm not 100% sure size wise whether it will fit in the journal or not. So if it doesn't, I will find that one will probably be a little pillow, but all of the others I think on 20 count even weave will all fit into that journal. So I'm really, really excited about that. So after the 8th of March, I then go into the second round. So whatever piece that you guys have voted on out of the La-di-da and the March Quiet Please will then be on the 9th, and then so on and so on. And by the 15th of the month, we will have the final piece, which will be my focus piece to get finished at the end of the month. I will try and get as many of the pieces as I can finished. I think this is quite a nice project to do, especially because it is smalls, so I don't have to worry too much about the work and things like that. So it's just a matter of working on the different items. So I am looking forward to that. I think that is everything I have to say. I would really appreciate it if you can head over to my Instagram. The description is the link is in the description box below. I will make sure that is clearly visible. And if you could go over, follow my Instagram so you can check out the stories. My profile over there is public for the Be More Creative, so you can just go over and have a look. Make sure you vote on which one, because the more votes a piece gets, the better chance it has towards winning this challenge. As I said, I think I will be fully finishing most of them in the journal, but that could change towards the end. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all a very, very nice rest of the week. If you are joining the March challenge, or March Madness as some people call it, please let me know down below. Leave me a comment. I would love to know, so that way if you are sharing it on Instagram, I will definitely head over and vote on the different projects. So thank you so much guys, happy stitching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.